Hi, y'all. I'm gonna be doing some channeled messages for you in this weird, spacey time that I'm in right now because I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. So I'm honestly like in a whole nother world, but sometimes I feel like that's a good space to be in to deliver some messages. So it's about 7 p.m. And I'm gonna do some book channeling, some channeled words, channeled phrases from the Rulership book. And then this is the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot book. So this gives you information. This comes with a deck, and I think it's time that we be open, for those who are not open, right? Like about the teachings and the understandings of voodoo. Not for everybody, right? But I feel like on my channel, I just want to talk about it openly. But also that there's some really good information in here. So that's why I want to channel from this. And so the author of this is Martinié and Sallie Glassman, and it'll be in the description box as well. So let me just say a little prayer, and then after I say this prayer, I'm just throwing them at you. I'm throwing the phrases, I'm throwing the songs that have been coming through. So it's very much so like smorgasbord. If it resonates, it resonates. I'll go deeper into things if I feel guided to do that. But I'm kind of just liking it, kind of toss it at ya, bop 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 energy. So that's what I'm gonna do. Woo! A little sage, clear the energy out. Then I'm gonna say a quick prayer. Thank you, Most High. Thank you, ancestors, spiritual guides, and guardian angels, for watching over me and whoever else is watching this reading. I hope that I want this message to resonate for whoever needs it, for it to be an inspiring experience, an exciting experience, and that they get the guidance that they need to take the next step or to reflect. So may the channel be clear, may my channel be clear, so that I can deliver a helpful and assuring message to whoever needs the message at this moment. Thank you for your grace and your power. I do it in your name. Amen. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I might start in the Rulership. Yolks, yearbooks. So I'm thinking egg yolks, yams, something about yams, and then yearbooks, yolks in the yearbooks. That made me think softy in the yearbook. Yuletide. Mischief, miscalculations of my method. So yeah, I get it. This is kind of a new method for me as well. And so, if it doesn't resonate at all, or if you don't hear words or things that resonate about this message, you can tell me that, because that's helpful for me. You know what I mean? But I have found, look, right as I'm opening up this page on messages, but I'll show you certain pages. If it's just a matter of like, is she being for real or not? I'll show you. So let me see. somebody in their middle ages. It could be a middle-aged person that feels feels that way. That's just, I don't know, that's what I was feeling. Free yourself from the mirror. So this is interesting. I found myself doing yoga outside of the mirror today, even though it's funny, there's this mirror behind me, but like not wanting to be in the mirror so much. And something about when you're not looking is when the beauty is really showing. Like it could almost be that you focus so much on the details of you, and then I just heard Virgo in my ear. So like the little pieces and parts of you that you don't realize when you're just chill and when you're just present. You look so beautiful and so grounded, but not just that, you feel good, right? Like you feel in it, and you know, nobody wants to be in that position of like every time you're feeling yourself, you have to look over your shoulder and like be curious or wonder or stop or adjust. And so I'm picking that up. Then I'm seeing landslides here. I don't know, maybe that song Landslide. 'Cause I've been scared of changes, 'cause I built my life around you. And then I've been hearing today a couple other songs I was hearing. There was a few. Maybe I'll save those actually. Let me see. Mundane labor disturbances. So maybe somebody got kind of mundanely snicked or something at work. Okay, so I'm hearing, this is funny. So someone might feel like they like the working man energy, or kind of like a carpenter energy. I'm just seeing that on here. I saw that could be either you like to see folks that do this, or that you are considering your earning capacity on here in somewhere. It's just hard to see because when it's reflected backwards, which kind of goes back to that mirror energy. When it's reflected backwards like this, I can't, you know, it's hard to just point at it, but it was in here. And then earnings capacities ones. So this could be something that you're interested in doing, like an earthy occupation. That's what I see right here. Earthy occupation. So you may be interested in that, or interested in others who have an earthy occupation, or it's something you're considering. Easel, like an artist. Feeling that. Banishment. Bandits. Banished. Barbershop. And then something about some baby's breath plants. That might be something that you want to give to somebody, some baby's breath. Bad bacteria, backwardness. on the back, bad bacteria, a bacteriologist. So I've been picking this desire to explore bacteria, which is really funny because it's interesting to me, that's all. So I think that's really cool if somebody is kind of in an energy where they're kind of studying bacteria and the way that it lives and like how it grows, and possibly, you know, to help each other heal or be safer, cleaner. A man's horoscope, a man may be looking up his horoscope. So you may be kind of learning about your horoscope. Awkwardness in your autonomy. Awkwardness in your autonomy. Might be something that runs in your family, of course, kind of having an awkward body, which I think is interesting, but that is something I've been picking up, to be honest, of like this avant-garde energy. Avant-garde, which is honestly cool to me. Like, I think, I don't know, an avant-garde energy. Celebrate yourself, you know, like celebrate that about you. Celebrate that about you. Someone's going to be feeling really awkward if they're trying to control somebody's authority and say like what they'll be doing and how long they'll be doing it for. So I'm going to tell you that I was getting that. Something about, you know, trying to change somebody's journey. Look, journey and reputation right here. Trying to change somebody's like life trajectory. Which is just like, why, right? Like, why is somebody doing that? Birds of prey and ammunition I just saw. So birds of prey and ammunition. Somebody could really be, I keep seeing Harley Quinn, and it's like, I just feel this energy of, you know, I mean, if you know Harley Quinn, you know Harley Quinn. Ammunition, like, it's just like someone is in this intense, like, you know, like, I'm ready to go energy. And so what does that mean? Like, let me see, hold on. What does that mean, Spirit? Like, is there something that you want us to know from that? And then there was something else, right? So give me a second. It like comes in a queue lineup. Like, I'm like, okay, here's this one, then here's that one that was coming through. What does that mean, Harley Quinn? Harley Quinn, birds of prey, ammunition. Time to cross the threshold. Time to cross the threshold. Hummingbird. So I feel like often when hummingbirds pop up in a situation, the way they can startle you, how they just show up right in front of you, gives me energy of like, you're gonna learn today type energy. You know what I mean? Of just like, you're not expecting it, you didn't exactly assume. Very Mars energy, you know, of just kind of like, and here it is, you know. So it could just kind of be, I'm picking up though, somebody that needs to experience it is who's gonna experience it though. And like, you know, I've been checked by a hummingbird a few times in my life so far. I've heard my family say that a hummingbird flew up in front of them. Like, so it's like a quick learning of like something catching your eye, you're learning information, you're surprised by something. It's kind of what that's feeling like to me. And then something kind of about, or something that I'm noticing, sorry, is the 2 triangles, but then also medallion is what I'm hearing. Medallion. So reaching for something, that medallion, that golden medallion, but like very colorful, and that makes me want to go into this other book, but let's pause it for a second. The other song is We Can't Be Friends by, I'm blanking on the man's name, but Deborah Cox is the female singer in the song. But then he's from Next, I think. So someone's in this We Can't Be Friends energy of like, but I'm still in love with you. So I was getting that. Somebody who has dark hair and dark eyes. That's what I just opened this up to. Dark hair and dark eyes. Obligation. Okay, so get into this. Obligations ignored bring destruction. And then excellent skill. So it's like, this is giving energy of doing, when it comes to divination, be proud of your divination skills and be open about sharing them for the greatest good. Because I do feel like there's a lot going on of trying to, you know, hush people from using their divination gifts, and you know, it can also kind of cause a lot of, it's an experience, you know, just like everything is an experience. I feel like divination is an experience. And then trying to like find a way to connect to others who also divinate or share that support with them can take time. Presents given as tokens as respect, 4 of Pentacles. So I feel like learning the correct actions, or learning specific things about divination that give you real true clarity and stability, if that's making sense. Like kind of like having a teacher, you know, needing some kind of teacher to help understand certain areas of divination, being called into action. So it's like, if you have information that you can share it. You know, if there's things that you do know, speak on it. If there's things that you don't know, you're still learning, you know, all of that. Then here, sorrow plays a part in this card. Sorrow plays a part in this card. Sorrow, sadness, and failures to build a house of peace and purity. One, sadness due to pride. Interesting. Let me read that again. So, a patron of peace and purity. Tear-like image. So I feel like I got a couple of things. Time touches all creators and parents. And then 3 distinct spirits. Accepting one's personal failures. Failures to build a house of peace and purity. Locate yourself deep within your body. And then sorrow touches all creators and parents. Olodumare. So this is the page that I'm on. And then I saw that, who is also like an artist that I've come upon recently. Great energy called to do good or ill. Lifting of the fingers. Stillness to action. Locate yourself deep within your body. Okay, so, I'm kind of picking up an energy of beating yourself up for, you know, just beating yourself up. For feeling, you know, not good enough, or that you haven't been able to do enough, and that, just not having everything that you need, and feeling the sorrow of that. Because you're a patron of peace and purity, tear-like image. This could also be somebody feeling that way about you. But I'm seeing one's personal failure. So it could be something, okay, here we go. Thank you, that brought me here. So what I was getting with this about peace and purity, there are, and this was awesome information, there are specific spirits that people will send you, okay, that can make you in that energy of obsessive OCD and not feeling pure enough, okay? So I want you to get this book, all right? And if you can't, I'm just gonna tell you to look up this particular spirit. And in this book, it also comes out as the King of Swords, right? So let me just break it down a little bit for you. The King of Swords represents being an intellectual, truth teller, cutting, right? Seeing everything clearly. Upright, it can just be a clear-minded person, right? A very masculine, clear-minded, like, here I am, right? This is what I see. This is what I know. This is the decision I'm gonna make. This is how everything stays in order, right? In reverse, it can become cruel, bitter, obsessive, very cutting with the mind, right? Cutting with the mind. So They look up Rada, air, the Honsis of air, and that's spelled Housis, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. Honsis, Rada, air. So notice how there's 3 little like sweet things that look like it would be in a kitchen, right? And how in this picture, this is the King of Swords card in this deck that comes with it, how they're kind of very obsessed with their jars and having everything in order, okay? And then get into this. So the Honsis of air is the earth of air. It is she who brings the amorphous driftings of air down to earth and gives them form and solidarity, or excuse me, not solidarity. Just because I heard solidarity, this information is meant to reach farther than whoever has been breathing down my neck at the moment. Okay, and so sometimes I get into projection mode, right? That could very well have been a projection. But sometimes I just feel I'm in a really weird place in my life right now where not everyone who's kind of like peeking around me has good intentions. And so then I feel like when I share my information, these same folks are like, oh, she's trying to help us, or she's trying to, and it's like, I'm trying to reach people beyond the psycho stalkers in my life and things of that sort, right? And it's like, that's just the reality of it. But so, because sometimes I hear that in my ear, so like, she's trying to help us, or it's like, I'm just trying to, like, this is something that matters to me, and like, not to ask you, but people need to see beyond themselves when it comes to me and what I do on my channels. So anyways, she takes the dreams of Erzuli Frida and the plans and strategies of Shango and gives them a physical reality. So Erzuli Frida, which actually represents the 7 of Cups, illusions, and then Shango. And I'm forgetting who Shango, what card Shango comes with in the deck. But the physical reality, and definitely an earth strategies is what I'm seeing here. So, anywho, if you have been in a position where you have been feeling possibly obsessed with very OCD, feeling like things aren't clean enough, things aren't this enough, things aren't that enough, look up this spirit right here and do a little research about at least understanding, right? From a spiritual perspective. It could also just be you have OCD too. But like, it could be both. And when it's both, it can affect you. It just, if we're talking spiritual and you're on my channel, you're watching this and it's resonating, look up this spirit. Okay. Move from the most apparent to the most subtle. What information, what messages do these touches or pressures bring freely through the subtle pressure of the waters? Ooh, what's that? Move on. And I hear move on. Move on. Move on. Move from the most apparent to the most subtle. What information, what messages do these touches or pressures bring? Yeah, and then feeling some sort of pressure, indistinguishable from another. Voodoo trances, psychological, profound. With the serpent in such a deep manner that one is almost indistinguishable from the other. So that I was kind of pulling that from the Ace of Cups here. So Ace of Cups energy, the waters, what messages do your emotions bring, and channeling your emotions freely. So also, if you're in a position where you've been in this King of Swords, obsessive, like wanting everything in a certain area, it could also be you're denying your emotions, Ace of Cup energy. And like that's really where, you know, the creativity kind of flows out of you. And so it could be that you're pushing that down, but then still intellectually trying to suck just clear, hard information, instead of also relating it to how you really feel, right? Like you could know that something's going on, but then how do you feel about it? And like just making space for both, you know? Yamaya energy, and then get into this, what I was getting from this page. Firstly, the foaming sea. So this is giving abundance, gain, strong mistress of sorcery, and ocean storm. Your feet trail softly over mist-drenched shores. Of her bounty, abuse of your bounty, power and beauty. Somebody's pregnant with an idea or a child, but this kind of abundance of like when you're getting ready to birth something and bring it into the world. Where are we at time right now? And so don't neglect it. And that has something to do with your feelings for sure. Like, yeah, it also has to do with your physical appearance. You know, my own contradictions are what has me stopping, but it's like, yeah, you know, it is also like the things you do physically to tend to your beauty, right? But it also kind of feels of like being able to let the lushness, the lush feeling find you, to be able to lean into that abundant, like bountiful feminine energy. And feelings have a lot to do with that, right? So it's kind of like that. And then honey flows freely from Our Lady's gracious bounty, fertility, you know? So that feeling of like being able to let things flow out. Feet trail softly over mist-drenched shores. Union of opposites. Union of opposites. You may be with somebody that's the opposite of you. Mercy is best epitomized by those Igbo who, when they were brought to the New World, chose to walk into the water in their chains at Igbo Point, South Carolina. Mercy, New World, South Carolina, Igbo Point. But what was it I was seeing before? A union of opposites, fire and water joined, gave rise to this vigorous dance of air. Fire and water. So this kind of like the fire and water relationship, you know, like they both kind of ruin each other in a way. Steam, and it makes steam best expressed as steam, which is also in here. Best as steam. I'm sorry, expressed as steam. So, you know, steam. Okay. Anything else? Okay, I'm gonna get into the Moonology Oracle now. Woo! Something popped out quick. Luck is on your side. Luck is on, and look at how the colors match. Luck is on your side. So I feel like it's like on your side. Somebody's on your side. Luck is on your side. So that you may not expect that. Interesting. Luck. Lady luck. Lady luck. Lady. The answers you need are coming. Your commitment is being tested in reverse. I guess just don't, I don't know, something, the answers you need are coming. And here's this Gemini energy, which I was seeing, honestly, I'm seeing it as two people. I'm seeing it as, I'm kind of seeing it as two people. But it's, I don't know, tested. It's not necessarily a personal issue reaches resolution. This is says resolution, but relution. Reconstruction. Okay, so reaches resolution. Conclusions are within reach though. Isn't that crazy? Like, that's why, look, just the way I was like stumbling. A personal issue reaches resolution. Conclusions are within reach in reverse. So it's kind of like whatever was it's kind of like accepting understanding something, like getting your way through something that's got you like kind of weird, feeling weird, you know, or feeling unsure, answers you need, clarity that you need. So yeah, okay. Is there any final messages that nothing is yet set in stone? Bastet. Nothing is yet set in stone. Your dreams need a practical plan. Balance spirituality and practicality. So something about practicality here, but a win-win outcome is forecast. So seeming like you're doing some good work. I just heard you're doing some good work. A win-win outcome is forecast. I'm feeling something about, for somebody, like you're not really particularly being prideful. Don't let your pride get in your way in reverse. Like, it's not necessarily that you're being prideful. So if you've been feeling kind of like you're teetering that line and don't really know whether you're like, am I doing too much? Am I not doing too much? Nothing yet is set in stone. Don't look at the bigger picture. Or you're not looking at the bigger picture. Hold on a second, and then I'm gonna close out for real. I'm speaking of like a lot of feelings and like waves hitting you that you're trying to decipher through. And so some sort of clarity will come from it. It feels a little fleeting though, a little wishy-washy, which is kind of interesting. I was talking about that before, you know, just like Erzuli, right? The 7 of Cups, illusion. So, you know, just be safe in the way that you ride the waves of your emotions, because especially in the spiritual realm, like illusions can get you, right? Like the wave can get you, you know? So something I saw somebody else say when they were talking about feelings and where you feel them, and the two and what they mean. And the two I remember was the mouth. If you feel tension in the mouth, it's disgust. And then if you feel tension or like a feeling in your stomach, it's your intuition. So if your intuition is telling you there's good like something feels right, it's in the tongue. Right or wrong, you know, like ask yourself, and then literally pay attention to the energy in your stomach area, and whatever Like if you're like, should I do this? And you feel it in your stomach, you know, it's like a very light feeling, kind of just like, even that, like a, is how I would describe it. For me, that's what I feel. That's your intuition. And then something about the tension of the mouth, right, is disgust. So if you, when you start feeling that, that could be a feeling of reacting to some sort of disgust, tension in the mouth. So like relaxing the jaw, relaxing the jaw. But then when I thought about that, the jaw and how it connects to the hips, so it's like this rejection of what disgusts you is also something, it's like you don't want to let it into your sacral chakra. Isn't that interesting? And then like if you mirror it kind of, I'm like, you have the north and the south side of your body and that they mirror each other. So like your actual lips, your vaginal lips, your jaw right here, and then your hips. Like it's like they're like kind of like they're, do you know, you get what I'm saying? Like two faces, or like how sometimes people will say that, and they affect each other. So it's like disgust, and then not disgust, rejection kind of. So like that creative area, your sacral chakra, rejection, can also have to do with like the mouth and disgust. You know, I hope that's making sense. That just kind of came through that way. So yeah, one last thing. I got these incense, and they're wildberry incense, but I wasn't able to get them online on Amazon like I usually do. But I got them at the store, and they're called aphrodisia. And I'm like, these things are very powerful. They're very they smell so good, but it's like they do what they say they do. Okay, like I'm telling you, so it's like you don't want to burn it when that's not the energy you're trying to channel and bring in. But if you do, aphrodisia, you might have to go to the wildberry incense website, because it wasn't on Amazon and I was mad, but they smell so good. It's like this kind of cottony, musky, sweet, vanilla musk kind of energy. Delicious, really great. But I thought it was just so crazy, you know, like the kinds of incense you burn really affect the mood, the mental mood, the emotional mood, what you channel in. So I thought that was cool. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Thanks for rocking. Hope this message gave you some insight, something to think about, something to confirm, give you confirmation, and I'm out of here. Okay, bye. Take care.